control that is disconnected from spirit. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with his peace. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work and left behind where you stay, I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this peace.
I gotta wait for that thought. That thing frozen like, woo! We take that switch. Boy, it's hot in the mouth line. I'll probably get some laundry next week too.
Turn all of us from carbon base to silicone base. Where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system irrigation and growth crops.
Well, that's gonna be a good shower right there, boy. That's gonna be a good shower right there, boy. Shit. Hell yeah. We got it set up, y'all. I'm about to go down there and get it in. Woo! Yo, what's going on, everybody? Grand Ascension, what's going on? Yo, this so that. Yo, what's up? Oh, Millennial, what's up, Mama? Indigo Turtle, damn. Take a little sip. I ain't gonna drink this whole thing. That's the one. Cinnamon bark, dandelion root, everything that's in there, ginger, and hibiscus. My Moroccan brother, well, he's Egyptian, Moroccan, but he lives, Tunisia shit, right? Who sent me the hibiscus? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's good. When a medication I quit some time ago now, a little time, but time. Every once in a while, for a year to 5 years, I'll get angst where I feel like I need to take it. I just gotta fight not wanting it. That's the physical apparition. So I deal with breathing, standing still, clearing my mind, and being motionless. Excuse the beard, I gotta go take a shower and brush everything and shave, so enjoy it. That's how it is. Somebody asked me about my soul, my Zionist soul, and my, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got it at a synagogue. The rabbi's gonna talk to y'all. I told you I got 2 Jewish uncles. You know, don't believe me. I know everything about them. If they would have got a hold of me, and there's a reason why, they would have had one of the most prolific, probably the top 1 murderous killers in the world. Guaranteed.
Do it die for Shot Town, who am I but Shot Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide out. Blue sky but high ground, a crown slash helmet. So my aircraft stealth spit, can't be tied down or even sheep loaded. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverized, the cheese melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked it, caused my hand, I dealt it. Felt the vibration from the gut of my pelvis.
Told you they're stupid. Even them.
Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real monkey velvet. Body you not for is a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit. To a fly zone, haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the silver hand, but we're healer man. It's not Cypress Hill. I'm Turtle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie. I don't follow our set standards.
Rosemary and turkey.
Have to do more to scamper. Need more to scanners. I'm off the radar. I am as you goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bruh. You stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm dating space AC, y'all. Buster stuck in the case, face off. Active shape, the state is a fake, a fraud. Battlestar intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I run best. I excel like I'm climbing the stuff. You got a lot to learn.
We had a little bugged out, worthless ass Jesuit punk coming on. Take care of the porta potty. It was funny. Chemicals. Totally different truck. You know, you would think they'd be smarter than that. But they're not.
The world's in perils what I transmit as a transcript, or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot. Wants to get his own crew. Everybody wants to get his own crew rich, and then they want the other little people never get a piece of the pie. That only go for the fact that go for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas in fact can't stand me. You niggas just know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people and old people too. Mostly black people. I'm talking to you. Sure. Y'all really thought that I was done with y'all.
That's stupid.
Nah. I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops. Looking past the sci-fi. Third eye gang, Cyclops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying die ops. From the skybox, I got scope on
absolutely good.
Some of our folks are still dumb, deaf and blind to the fact that blood, we gon' have this real song. Warrior spirits inside me, that's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, they keep a rage. This is played out, rules of a dying society, should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor, should have been prayed out. The draft is on, COVID's no issue, could've blown it in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle, to who holds the pistols. The debate was about who.
Got the filter on there. Oh man, the shower's gonna be absolutely magnificent.
Original issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. A fool is known by his speech, yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me, stand on 2 feet, or turn the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence, mostly disguised compliance, silence by guidance, from conspiring connivance, other aspirants of violence, tyrants of fire, striking the giants who hide, I'm striking defiant. And if virus and migrants, I'm hearing the sirens. Ring in my ear, they've got indictments.
Woo! It's gonna be a hot one today.
Alignments, the assignment. I'm not the wisest, I'm not client. My refinement and confinement, the requirements for this climate. Y'all push all the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no wreck. True music for real. My soul they don't possess. Real foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them. It's personal, know what the business is. Big Mom says come full circle, so vacate your premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, or Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bound or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black.
Last week we had some dumb black motherfucker, man. This week we got a little goofy Jesuit. Like we don't know who the hell we looking at. These motherfuckers are retarded. Like we don't fucking know. They're stupid as fuck. They really are.
In my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. It's time for a change, got a boss up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay him out, execution style's too late, but apologetic claim. You wrapped in a coca flame, by God, it's overdue. Your time is to the end. Lock Josh silent without sin. He put me on the planet for justice to win. The pressure's about to get rolled up with some pressures attached in the war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger prophet like Farrakhan, backed by the honorable who sits at the pinnacle, who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the plentiful sinful. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand or kneels too late when the caps get filled. Don't believe it, TC type. One hits close to home. You gotta act the bone, but it got the dome. When it's on the song, all red on my vision through sight. It's gonna be killed whenever I fight. From above, I'll be given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. All the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' red them off, so gon' pass the kite. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, me no surrender. This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in the ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a gimme, gimme, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. You want to be successful? You want to be like Trump? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Push, 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 push. Step, step, step. Crush, crush, crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stop.
Had to put the bird food out, bird feed. Yeah, all right. Hey, yeah. So I was hoping that some of the little goofy trolls or some of the so-called white nationals or some of them retards would come in, but I guess the Zionists are too scared to have them come in and make a statement about what they believe or think or anything. What's going on, Sharon? 7 grams. What's going on, beloved? What's cracking? What's cracking? You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Who else is up in here? Got old Mac. Yes, Lord. I'm trying to go up. Hell, what the fuck is Mexican? What's that? Shut up. Snoo, what's up, baby? Come here being disrespectful, mother monkey. Fucking stupid. For one of my homies here who considers themselves Mexican, saw that, they probably go, pinche cabrón, and they probably curse your fucking monkey little troll ass out. Goofy ass. Trust me. They probably be like, what's your name, F.A.? And they probably try and find out who the fuck you are and where you at. Troll or not, what country don't matter. That I can guarantee you. Facts. 100,000%, whatever your numbers are. So keep trolling. Say something, ask some other dumbass question. It don't matter. Age, you know, all the government, all of them, they're pedophiles and they do dumb shit. Whatever the fuck it is, it don't matter. Whatever y'all believe it is. A sacrifice is anything taken from one to given to another, whatever. Willingly or unwillingly. All right? Stop being stupid. I like when they come in here because I'll tear their ass up. Tear them up, goofies. Anyway, I just want to know where y'all stand with these politicians. I know I had people hit me up, but you said you was going to vote, you would vote for Trump, but they don't see there's enough. They don't know that side of me. I said, yeah, and I would spray 2 motherfucking major goddamn cities. If these motherfuckers came, are you serious, Red? Where's the switch? I haven't flown in a long time, and I ain't gonna sit here trying to figure out how to fly this motherfucker unless it's an emergency. Where's the switch? And I'll tell them the 2 cities, fly over that motherfucker, and I say, how long can this place stand up? How much shit you got in the back? What is it? And I would flip the fucking switch, and I would bomb the fuck out of those 2 cities. I'm being honest. See, that's the difference. There's no secrets. I'm not some weak-ass Zionist because they're dealing with shit and fucking with shit they shouldn't. Okay? Okay? They fucked around, an ancestral republic. They destroyed shit they never should have touched, all because they knew that they couldn't do what they're doing now, and even now, shit is questionable, only because y'all are so weak. So I want to know, what do you think about these goddamn politicians who keep playing y'all for the idiots you are, showing that the fluoride and all the other shit is still working, and the fact that your imaginations are distraught and destroyed? I want to know. I'm gonna be here short now. I want to know. And fuck the Zionist bullshit. All right. I want to know, what do you think of your government? You know, it's funny. I was looking at pictures, right? We rebuilt the Capitol. There's no way around it. And then we educated and showed a lot of the light-skinned brothers and sisters how to do the work. It's facts. And they're trying to play it like they were working beside us. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know, the Photoshop and the cosplaying and all that shit back then is irrelevant to those of us who fucking know. You know, the idiots who did their thing, they're long probably dead. All right? Because you know that promise shit that they'll never get. Doesn't matter what you think or believe in the fiction of your... Look, we had individuals that are capable of some incredible things that... aforementioned. I'm not going to stay here. Still, melanated people in play, whether you like it or not. I have a video I'm going to put up showing you the so-called black Europeans, Afro, who want their identity back, who want their blackness. It ain't black. Their brownness. They want their Afro back. They want everything about who they are back. And they stated the fact of how they came to be. Okay? No, yeah, they've always been around. I told y'all that. Nobody wanted to listen. You got people running around with this fake-ass white identity. Certain group of individuals nurtured to lynch and murder, not knowing who they really are, because it's stupid, because so many people are grafted into a fucking line. So I want to know about your fake-ass government, your fake-ass politicians, for you fake-ass citizens who still don't know that chattel citizenry is what the fuck it is. I want to know. Please. So we can move beyond all this identity problems and all this other dumb shit. All they do is filibuster anyway. They don't get anything done unless it's an absolutely and the agenda is ongoing. Whether it's the poisoning, toxification, murder. Look, man, after they broke the ceasefire, because they got all those little blood murder, thirsty little dumb fucks who could be overran like that. And they're still leaning on here, you know what I'm saying? Because anytime a politician says Israel before America, everything, any law, anything they say is moot. But because they have idiots and police forces, this, that, and other stupid motherfuckers that get a paycheck, they think it's comfortable. Those idiots, thank goodness the good ones are speaking out. But you still got a lot of fucking idiots, all right? Who don't know how to fucking move, all right? They think they're safe. They've been approached. Some been asked questions. They've signed documents and everything else. Y'all know nothing about secret societies, obviously, which is stupid. Anyway, again, I want to know. The politicians are masters only at apologizing. That's why the filibuster happens. They're going against each other to set a great example for the public in place to follow the script. Exactly. Exactly. And the foolish part is everybody thinks it's about money because that's what they play on. It's control. Always has been. To establish a new front. That is, it goes against anything natural, And people, there are individuals they got believing that that it's going to be okay for a certain few. Some people say, well, am I going to be part of that 500 million? You know? What the fuck they want y'all around for? That's right, those of you watching, you dumb motherfuckers. Even the ones that are in certain aircraft that you know nothing about, popping down, popping up, shit is incredible. They won't have no need for them either. They can make a new bunch of them. I don't care what motherfuckers think or believe. And like I said, you can grab people in, never know who's watching. It doesn't matter. And you can have the most, like that Navy veteran that went to that, you know, into that laundromat and shot those 3 people and took his own life. That ain't shit. That's nothing. Yeah, you have them. Okay? Some people, it's not about, you know, when you look at worth, what is worth? Everybody thinks it's monetary. But your existence, what's the worth of it? When you have accomplished things and you get to a certain point, you think they don't come and snatch you up and use you for whatever purpose? Just by what you state. They study and watch everybody. Okay? Y'all are so distracted. And y'all still listen to the absurdities of lies. Somebody hit me up, somebody, what do you mean, your land? I says, we don't own the fucking land. Birthright, heritage, belong to the land. There's a difference. Our people, and most of our people are ignorant to this fact, the land was stolen by taxes. Taxes our people won't have no part of. And I'm talking about before fake ass motherfucking Martin Luther. All right? And they did it by hostility, a murder, but using individuals that they grafted in so they don't have to get their hands dirty, but it's not about getting their hands dirty. Okay? They don't own none of the land, and those, although they built up and did all this shit and drowned, flooded over fucking 200 of our lands and everything else, not Native American fake ass tents and shit out there in the woo-ha's and they ain't in yurts and shit that they ain't built a goddamn thing here. Because you heard the young man, the video I put up, and I put it up on here. I was gonna put it in members. I got other ones to put in there. And if you're not a member, oh fucking well, you just don't see it. All right, and I won't speak on it. The Asian brother, all right, a master at communicating, talking to the white supremacists. And the first thing out of his mouth, who built the country? First thing was blacks, and he put right behind it Native. Now I was gonna put the video from the 1950s, 60s in there, where you got the Italian or the crazy Italian sign, what you call it, with the slaves or the captured POWs, showing Negro females and people sitting there chained up. The Indian is the Negro, showing you there's no difference. And we've had that whether in the which called a mob movie, Indians, niggas, same thing. See, most people have a hard time accepting that contextually. Just like the fake ass Statue of Liberty over there. All right. What do you say? Orange is the new black. People have a hard time accepting and dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, oh, millennial, appreciate it, hon. All right. Hey, get it out. Anyway, right? And people still don't get what it really is. Why? Because you're not over there. You look at Yee, there's somebody clear KK because he's in the black thing. He's messing with everybody because he knows the truth of it, just like the swastika. People are ignorant to it because you have a bunch of dumb niggas running around on our soil and Africans contextually who don't really know who the fuck they are. War is a destroyer. All the governments play a role. And if you don't want to play a role, what do? They sit on your back or they take you out or remove you or whatever they do. So again, tell me about the government. The right and the left. They always say don't let right hand see what the left, never let the left hand see what the right hand's doing, right? Rob from Peter to give to Paul. Make it make sense. I don't think really people are really paying attention. The fact that they got a bunch of knucklehead little goofballs over there that really can't fight, disrespecting Asian fucking Chinese. I told you the Chinese were considered fucking black. The Japanese were considered fucking white. This is the truth. Research it. Don't waste your time with the Zionist goofy ass Google, okay? Research it. The Chinese are not our problem. The government is. I'm talking about all the governments. And those who would be in the Marxist ideology to run in all full circle narratives. You got to remember, Pol Pot, Khmer Rouge, after we left Vietnam, where they were over there murdering the teachers and scientists. And that's why they were told that these motherfuckers played a role. Whether they did or didn't, they did what they were grafted and scripted into, and yet all the people who were considered peasants went out there killing them. That was another experiment by the fucking goofy-ass Zionists. It doesn't matter if the French were there or not, because America just left, but who was still over there? CIA? Mossad? One and the same? MI? Whatever the fuck. I don't like mentioning the fucking names, because that's a bad taste on my tongue. Not nasty. I kind of taste good, but I don't like to allow myself to proliferate and become part of that phantom that runs around in me. Okay, it's just what it is. I'm here for balance. It's up to y'all what y'all do next. Like I said, there's a lot of dumb people that like to choose, make poor choices, and that's what I'm saying. Am I saying go and join it? Why not? Am I saying don't join it? Why not? But what the fuck are you going to do anyway? Look, you got enough of dumb individuals who you probably watched on YouTube. You think there's something. Some of these motherfuckers are master ployers, and they play everybody against each other. Black Scout Survival, all those goofy, heavy metal, heavy duty country, all them goofy motherfuckers. Just pay attention, okay? Whether in solitudes solidified by agreement or in ignorance, okay? Tell me about your goddamn politicians, all right? Look, they're doing their best to strip away your rights, and you motherfuckers ain't doing shit but sitting there worried about your slave job, how greedy you can be without being greedy. Yes, you are. And then prolificate, thinking you're gonna fix family, this, that, and the other, and you're contrite. You are so fucked up. It ain't about whether you think you got a mental illness. Some people don't even look at why people do certain things, move certain places, this, that, and the other. There are those of us who know shit. And we don't know nothing. But there are those of us who know. And the ignorant motherfuckers will always play their hand and show it while they're doing it. You know what I mean? Everybody's so intellectually intelligent and smart. Oh, I could be wrong about the little Jesuit motherfucker, but I can smell shit. I literally could smell motherfucking things. I'm not going to can't cut away and study it and all that. It don't work that way. All right? It's deeper than that. And that's stupid. Well, why do y'all got to be so stupid as such? If they could do it themselves, they would have already fucking done it. I'm asking the real question. So they got to enumerate and incorporate you. Look at that punk motherfucker from Canada who was telling Z that I'll just shoot you, put you back in the psych ward and da-da-da. Y'all allow that shit. Y'all allow it. Because you would rather glamorize these motherfuckers instead of seeing what's really going on and stop the vampire glamoring that got y'all so stuck. Who is that? Oh, yeah, guys, he's so handsome or she's so beautiful. Y'all fucking been glamoring. And they're still glamoring you, dumbass, especially these dumb monkeys. Snoo, I think, and a couple other people might have seen it on one post I put up there with this dumb motherfucker Derek Branch. He's communicating. And I got all the jabs and the shots and shit. Yeah, well, your time is short, you dumb motherfucker. But anyway, a lot of people are full with the shit. The graphene in there, all the other stuff, right? I got to brush my beard, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm not playing with it. It's mine. What? Anyway, unless you make it yours, you can play with it too. Anyway, right? Anyway, I just sat there and said, wow, he says, well, one of my family. I said, you don't even know the fucking history of our people, how the name Branch came to be, anything. Shut up with your goofy liberal ass. Go the fuck on. Get out of here. Shake the chaff from the wheat. It don't matter who it is. Don't matter if it's your brother or your sister. Excuse me. Better out than in. Anyway, this is the way it is. If people choose to stay on the side of plight and ignorance, just like I showed y'all, Patterson, New Jersey, I was like, there ain't no way in where Sharia law is over there. How did all those Negroes and Puerto Ricans fall like that? Well, fighting each other like the freaking retards they are. And literally mixed up and fighting each other. This is the dumbest ass shit. Okay? And nobody wants to say nothing to say, well, how did that come to be? Well, how come you never paid attention to the dumbass, fake ass Italians and them running around putting Puerto Ricans on the ground, and then while they handcuff them, they put a gun in the back of the head and blow their head out. I was around the block when that happened to one Puerto Rican cat we knew. We ran around there, and the niggas and all them little goofy, worthless ass police, probably long retired, no dumb fucks, half of them probably dead, I don't know. They holding this guy down, and the motherfucker, because they were dirty cops, they put the gun out and shot him in his head, in the back of his head, while he was handcuffed on the ground. They got that motherfucker up out of there so fast because niggas started running up in their houses grabbing their guns and everything. All them Puerto Ricans and niggas, yeah, they was just waiting for the next motherfucking move. Them motherfucking cops got the fuck up out of there because they know that niggas was about to start, was going to lay all of them down. Every last one of them, they're going to lay them down. And they're probably going to make a scene with them. Machetes. These motherfuckers are crazy. As docile they are, they want that docile. Very violent with one another, but after that, and I started hearing about how many times this has happened. That was in the 80s. Frank Lucas, I guess, was still doing his thing. Or whoever the fuck, all right? Maybe I think they had caught him. Oh, no, he was still, by that time, he was still, or they had just caught him, Frank Lucas. Yeah, somewhere in the down the line, he's related to my family, the fuck ever, right? That don't mean nothing. You had the other one that was out there doing it too, right? He was still running loose, and quite a few others. But nobody wants to pay attention to what it is. There's a streamer that was in LA, in California, and a mob at the restaurant went and told him to get out of there because he was streaming or he was going to hurt him. First of all, no mob's going to walk up to you and tell you, I'm a gangster. If you don't get out of here, people talking, you know, it's not how it works, man. So that motherfucker just didn't like the fact that he had a camera, was streaming, and homeboy had purple hair, you know, and he could fight, but he was like, I don't know who's got a gun or not. So he was a coward. What's allowed this? This worthless ass government. The best thing they could have done was like, let's get back them Negroes to some of their fucking land. But we really don't own them. But they're too stupid to make the proper choices. And y'all are too stupid because you still buy into the fucking lie because you're too lazy to search everything that's been laid out and how it's came to be. I wasn't gonna cuss, but why the fuck not? When I last checked, y'all adult, right? Ain't nobody controlling me, that's for sure. But I'm just asking y'all. I want to know what else besides filibuster and all this other shit, what it is you know about your government. It ain't my government. They believe order out of chaos. They believe in order out of, yes. So there's a point. If they don't, that's not Patreon yet. I'm gonna hook it up. You know what I mean? In the ancient now. Yo, what's going on, beloved? Appreciate it. Sharon. Yeah, become a member. Shit. What the fuck, y'all? Y'all scared? I've got some more videos upload. Some of them I won't even monetize. There's no purpose to even monetize some of the videos. It's just I really want people to, like, you know, question or throw out their thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Is it to change? I don't. You're not going to change them. Okay, it doesn't matter what you state or say. I'm just having a field day with this shit because it's fun. All right, they're doing everything in your damn faces. Like I said, after the ceasefire, every day they were murdering 100 children. These are motherfuckers who are not Semitic, regardless if they might be continue that, but they're not. All right, all them fucking fake ass Jews in New York, them homosexuals and everything, they're not. Okay, let's say they're Jews, because y'all are more than that. I always tell you, you're sentient, you're gods. All right, autochthonous, but I know that flies through. Oh, where the fuck that come from? Whatever. You are more, yet so unnecessary to being. You exist. I am is a statement as your ancestors would state. There was no names required and all this shit. Well, how many names does this motherfucker have? They said, oh, they're nicknames. This is what these goofy motherfuckers do when they rewrite history, because there's not no straight lineage, because they want to whitewash it. Again, there are black Europeans walking around here with blonde hair, this, that, and the other, and they will tell you, no. And you know what the goofy Zionists do? Oh yeah, well, it's because they originally came from Africa and founded Europe. No, that's the reason why I was reading to y'all the Algonquins that found Europe, because these dumb son of bitches don't want you to have no No truth to history, because that's dynamic to rewriting with the shit they done. That's why a lot of y'all still listen to these dumb out of Africa dumb motherfuckers. Because some of you walk around here light skinned, you come from our bloodline. You come from niggas. Ergo, sons against the mothers, and the fathers and daughters against the fathers, and the mothers and fathers against the sons and daughters, because they were treacherous hearts. Y'all have no clue, because you're stuck with your heads in the Torahs and the Bibles and the Qurans and every fucking thing else. I'm not even touching the surface of it. I'm giving you puzzle pieces. Anybody else? And if you don't research the shit, how the fuck you gonna know? It might be too late for researching and shit. I'm just saying. They're aware that a whole lot of fucking motherfuckers is going to just go, I don't know. Look, they're moving the way they're doing because it's fun. It's very fun. I don't want you to believe the shit I'm saying. Like I said, I ain't here to stop a goddamn thing. My purpose was never that. Whether they think, oh, he could or he couldn't. No. I accepted who I was. I saw things, my dreams, and I watched one dream, I don't know, I feel like 1,000,000 fucking times. I don't give a fuck about what the mindless dweeb bodies don't know or know. It's never going to change. It is what it is. That's why I'm compassionate about who I am. When I made that statement in the beginning, yeah, if they would have got me when I was young, I told you they're stupid. I guarantee you, even but beyond the nuclear bomb, well, it's yeah, look, I'm not gonna get into all that shit as an inventor. Y'all still believe in that shit? Okay. Shit worse than that. Any of y'all ever look at mountains and you see the mezzanine, the flat part that peaks out? How come y'all never look in the middle part and see the basin and notice that it's a gulp and you see all these things going out? You can imagine that's not nuclear. That's beyond fucking nuclear. What's considered a nuclear bomb is counted by what? TNT, right? 25, 50 train loads full of TNT, tetranitrile. That's all the fuck it is. There are things more powerful than that. Y'all never really looked at them. Pushed out. What do you think hit and created that? There's a reason why I put that map up showing you whatever the fuck, destruction of Tartary. And you saw all those little orbs or round things, right? You don't know what the fuck that was, incoming or outgoing. Y'all have no idea, man. And then y'all sit there talking about, this spherical stones that the Mayans and Incas created in South America. Well, it wasn't the motherfuckers down there right now. Not saying that some of those people weren't there, but the majority know. Those are settlers or people who've been whited out, Spanish, whatever the fuck bloodline, for those who want to study Gog and Magog. All right, and I'm not here to be indifferent or get caught up in that. That's not my problem. But they're all over. China, bigger than the ones down there. Prussia, they destroy them. They were here in North America, by the Mississippi. God damn, boy. UK, some of them been incorporated in it. Y'all, oh, those are stone cannonballs. I thought cannonballs were made out of iron. Understand? Look, man. Y'all have no idea. Hell, you really don't even know where you're from. So tell me about your government. Hey, what's up, What's going on, beloved? How you doing? Tell me about your government. The only secret is there's no secret. The biggest secret is you. And they follow the script perfectly to make sure you stay inoculated and asleep. You think they didn't know what time you started waking up or be prepared for contingencies? Not saying that they're supposed to work 1,000%, but if you got enough people indoctrinated and a few who know to keep pushing you in a certain direction, quotas and all that other goofy shit, But you get where I'm coming from. You get where I'm coming from with that. Tell me about your government. If you have militaries everywhere in the world, then you have Zionist agents, right? People who can reach out to certain people who don't like certain things, dumbass government, certain people who they want to overthrow, or their time is up. They did what they need to do. They got to get them out of there. Sometimes they die, maybe, right? You forget how many of these motherfuckers got not clones. We can say clones, but they have y'all seen them. Y'all seen it with Kanye. They've had 2 to 3 different motherfuckers. One motherfucker that was too tall that looked like Kanye. When they put them away, when they take them off, question them and shit, fuck him up, or tell him what he needs to say to stare the population. You can give him this. All right. When you get done, go to Japan. You know, job well done. They're gonna push something. They know how to do it. They want to push the Civil War. You motherfuckers, because you're fractured, they're gonna accomplish it. You see the worst of the dumbest pale skin brothers out here with that brother that stabbed a kid in the heart, trying to downplay the fact that they were racist. So what? He played football, motherfuckers. We got people playing football, bodybuilding, everything else, killing one another. It don't matter what colors and all that bullshit. But they will use this as a weapon, and nobody's paying attention to the murders. I mean, how the fuck is small ass Israel with all these little converts not only murdering people in Gaza, they're over in Syria, Yemen? What the fuck? They over here? I'm just asking y'all. Tell me about your government. I want to hear all you right-wing motherfucking nutcases. Yeah, Trump, good. Yeah. I want to hear you. Make America great. You saw my hat. I have one that say make America native, well, indigenous again. And I ain't talking about fake motherfucking indigenous. I'm talking about heirs of the true land. I got Arab brothers who know that they were dark going back 200-300 years ago. By the definition, for centuries. They know they were darker than the motherfucker because they still have documents. And they're trying to figure out why they call themselves Arab and why they look the way they do. Some of you have a hard time with that, but they're over there. They're right here in America. And they know it. They know that their ancestors was dark as fucking midnight. Blue, damn near green. And now to them, it's starting to make sense. It's how you create division when you have an order of group of individuals after wars, right? Creating rape, children, this, that, incubators. Goddamn, Cabbage Patch is a definition for babies being nurtured very fast, genetically changed. And those rapes by the same bastards you see who like to grow up men's booties were considered Muslims. These are supposed to be fucking Judeans, right? These are not. These are fucktards. But y'all, you love this so bad because they gave you Charleston Heston, they gave you, the 10 Commandments and Elizabeth Taylor and all that old fake ass history. Y'all couldn't fight past it because you was enumerated and indoctrinated. And you got these dumbass racists that if they sit down with one of us who actually knows some shit, all they can do is sit there and turn their nose up and walk the fuck away because they know that they fucking stupid. They haven't accomplished shit. They haven't made shit. They haven't done shit. But be a nuisance in their own fucking destruction. That's how stupid they are. We got some good brothers, Chinese, Japanese. Listen to me. I need to say this. We got some solid, good Arab, Muslim motherfuckers. Yeah, Sharia law. Yeah, some motherfuckers. Right now, a lot of you women need to learn how to put clothes all over your body again because you're walking around with yoga pants. You don't even do yoga. Nobody needs to see the cheese on your ass. Nobody needs to see the print of your motherfucking muff, whether shave or not. Nobody needs to see your nipple with a piercing. Nobody needs to see an old dumb, raggedy, pancake, battered up face. Take it off looking like Shanae. We don't need to see you with synthetic head and your brain blackened because you're moving like that. Nobody needs to see some old worthless ass young goofy ball walking with the pants hanging around the motherfucking waistline and somebody saying they're out here to better it wearing the same shit. Put away the porn. Now, if you have a relationship with a woman or a few or with a man or whatever, keep that contextual with each other. What you do is your business. Stop supporting these dumb motherfuckers because porn does. Hey, look, man, it fucks your head up. Those are you weak. Use your imagination if you got to get one off, goddamn. I'm just saying. Find some morals. Stop being subjugated to the further lessons of learned stupidity. You dig what I'm saying? We have, I'm going to say we, it's not me, but we have become a true piety of desire. An angle of an angler casting a line up against a fucking wall or a rock, not into the deep oceans or the crevices of the deep blue sea. And then we all run around talking about, look at me. And the same motherfucker, but can you see? And then we back off and we trot a little bit like a horse or a stallion, you know, one of those Arabian Nights or something like that, or maybe a galleon. And then we think that we are on a victory. The only problem is, if that's the case, why are you still in misery? I'm not going to be saying all my poems here, okay? Tell me about your government. Please. Hey, beautiful bee. You want some hibiscus? Oh, go ahead. It's open. You can go ahead and get a little sip. It's your beautiful self. Many of y'all know why the government allowed the majority, except for about anywhere between 5 to 12% of the female trees to be murdered, destroyed, chopped down. Or is that a placebo effect and we create the narrative? How about any of y'all look up when I told you that Gopherwood trees stretch all the way up to the state of Washington, all up through the north of Colorado, and shed billions of trees, and they went crazy, chopped them down, except for the ones between Florida and Louisiana, about 200 and something. Why aren't the real heirs of the land taking care of those trees? What y'all call trees, you know. You know, when I watch on YouTube, they're watching, right? Anyway, I watch these little goofy Adam 22 gang members and all that dumb motherfuckers. And y'all ever post on that and say, what are you doing without getting all fucked up and disruptive? Say, what are you doing? Who is this goofy? Why are you saying what you're doing? And if they respond, it's going to be emotions and feelings and the fact that they're fucking broken. Female trees are produced. Energy from Gaia. Yes, it's all the way around. Absolutely, hon. Oh, you know, yeah. Absolutely. Hey, you know, thank God. A guy got beef with the Indian people in Oklahoma or some shit about DNA for his dog. Oh, yeah. I got to look into that too. I saw something the other day about that, and I was like, because, you know, I'm subscribed to a lot of motherfuckers, you know, because I like this. It's puzzle pieces. And I saw something about that. Was that on there or was that on Instagram? Right now, if you look at certain things, right now they're flooding everybody with all the shit with Israel, Zionism, Jews, and some of the top individuals consider are speaking on it. So I saw something like about that in there. So I'm actually going to have to look into that. You know, absolutely. The Oracle guy, yeah, I actually fall. Yeah, I'm going to have to look into that, man. Because I can't see everything, but I appreciate that. That's probably, what's that, mama? Moncler so phony, they know Cory Booker ain't shit. Yeah, they know it. This is goofy ass. Yeah. It's all a show, Deb. Absolutely. That's what I'm talking about. This ain't awesome. Yeah, Omac, but don't get, you know, we was talking about the other day, bro. You know, yeah, absolutely. We know that, fam. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And you know what it is? One of the most gratifying things I ever did when I was a page and hanging out, like I said, with other tribes who knew their history. Was sitting down at the beehive, which was the old folks home, and working the puzzles with them. While the nurses getting meds and food and all the snacks and everything, I would bring sugar-free lemon cakes, you know, with the poppy seeds and all that stuff. I give them a little pep, you know what I'm saying? Yes, poppy seeds on bagels will make you positive for cocaine. All right, just let you fucking know that now, okay? It's been proven, Mythbusters and 1,000 other places. Even with the military, still with their goofy ass. No, it doesn't work that way. By milligrams or 100, yes, it does. These dumb fucks fuck up all the time. They're a bunch of idiots. Anyway, I used to take that there. I used to go and buy like $20, $30 of that stuff, right? And just let them have a good time. Sometimes pick up cards and everything, go and sit with the old folks and put the puzzles together, putting together the puzzles. If you can only hear, and a lot of them not here now because, you know, the COVID bullshit, because you know they put cancer and HIV into it, all right? The moment one was okay, and the rest of them, they went right off the back. Fauci, that bastard, they went and put AIDS and cancer. That's why cancer's off the chart and AIDS off the chart. Texas and Louisiana. Anyway, I would sit there and I would listen to them, not to get off a beaten horse, right? Get off the trail on a beaten horse. They looked right dead in my eyes. We're talking about 97, and you know, this is like 6, 5, 7, 8 years ago. You know who you are, right? Yes. Are you sure? Oh, yeah. And they would go, not the darkness. I am talking about, do you know who you are? Who am I, ma'am? This is your land. We're talking about old-ass Navajo women. Even some of the pale skins. And they would say, you know, a lot of us are sorry. But what are you going to do? Do absolutely fucking nothing. Because they didn't know I accepted. You know, that well, I didn't accept it that time until 2019. Y'all's 2019. I says, I'm not going to do a goddamn thing. But you have a voice. Okay. Huh? Finish the puzzle. Finish the puzzle. Did this bitch dementia just hit it? Look, I stay stupid shit. Give me your hand. And I don't swing that way. And I'm a comedian. They laugh. Give me your hand. I give them a hand. And they turn it over and they start touching my hand and stuff. And they look at me. You have a strong voice. But think about what you're going to say. And then the guys over there, they just happen to know it's their land. They belong to it. I'm like, who's this cracker? And I go over there and says, I brought you the damn Harley Davidson World War II shit with the, you know, the grain with the. He said, well, that's because I was part of those guys. Yeah, you belong to the land. What you gonna do about it? I said, you wait till you motherfucking damn near 100 years old. He says, no, I talked to a bunch of y'all, but some of y'all are ignorant as fuck. These are old people. You think I'm playing? All right. I'll tell you what, y'all come, we take a 6-hour trip from here to Page. We'll go see some of the staff still working there. I have no problem. I even shave off my fucking beard, show my little double chin. All right? My little dimples and shit. And, oh, Red Wolf. I said, hey, what did I used to do? And what used to go on? I used to come in with service dog, puzzles, and sandwiches, and cakes and shit. And these people used to give him a hell of a time. You fucking find out. Well, you still got worthless ass chumps denying the history, pointing to somewhere it doesn't belong to because they're fucking fluid and stupidity. Shalom, shalom. What's going on, beloved? What's happening? What's happening, Ben Walker? About to graduate in 3 weeks. Awesome. There's real history still existing, but they're doing the best thing they can as history repeats because people have forgotten. They're getting rid of the ones who know. Not me. I know. Millions know. And they're not going. And they're in places. So that history will never be lost. And I have a story to tell. Those idiots too dumb to even know what the story is. If it's not contention to being something and for purpose. told you they're stupid. I'm not playing when I say that. It's not because I'm challenging the motherfucker. My voice, yeah. Oh, dang. Just kidding. I don't have a, yeah. Them birds took off in one direction, came and flew right back. My apologies. Every time you know something's going to happen or you see something that maybe take place, you don't have to act upon it as if to allow them to know. When you come into another perspective of acceptance, whatever that is for y'all, the reality of everything, the position and the trajectory of your focus changes. Now, I can't speak, not even fluidly, on what yours may be. But I can tell you there's going to be a point for those still here. Some of you are going to wake up one day and go, and take a deep breath and go, what the fuck? And that's all I'm going to say to that. And it's out of your control, but you become in control. There ain't nothing they can fucking do to stop it. Ain't a goddamn thing they can do to stop it. Because they've stayed the course. Nothing. You know, when you see something so many fucking times. Remember when I showed you on the video how to create activated charcoal? I had to watch to make sure I had it right so I wouldn't fuck y'all up, even though I already knew how to do it. I wanted to make sure that you knew how to do it. It's important. Well, the fact that I told y'all, if y'all should all be attempting to grow a grape tree, one of the best things for purifying water, even with radiation, is the grape branch. Take that motherfucker, put it in that foul, dead body, polluted ass water. Make sure, depending on the stench of it, the smell, wrap your face up, get about a 6-footer and run it into a container that is capped off like you're extracting goddamn maple syrup from a maple tree, and let the water purify itself. That should be more healthy, more mineralized, and everything else. And people, oh, what are you talking about? Fucking Google it. There's a reason why they gave y'all all these goofy ass genetically modified grapes that you motherfuckers keep buying. If you stop buying them, they would stop making them. See how simple that was? They say great minds think alike. Why the fuck would that be? I think great minds are an exuberant fucking outreach of phenomenally magnificent numbers like real tentacles fucking octopus. All right? Like the branches of life exuding with the leaves or the needles or whatever that bloom, whether it's 7 years or immediately during a season, based on other things that are incorporated with the air, the water, the earth, and everything else. I think great minds do not think alike. I don't think no mind is greater than no other, so therefore they're not great. I accept the responsibility of a natural existence in order of ideology, surpassed by the fake phenomenon of a greatness. That makes sense? How do you find it? What's up, beloved? They're scared at the moment. No, it's like Snoo in the field has said. It's an agenda. It's being played out. It's not about. Remember, I stated that if you have people who are willing to sacrifice themselves for something, nurtured into that, raised and nurtured into that, they're established, whether they have some capacity of fear or not. So no, they're not scared by the definition of what scared is. You gotta remember that's all inclined to War of the Worlds, you know, on the radio, 1940, whatever the fuck, and then the people going crazy about Martians and then all the Hollywood movies, you know, and that ain't shit compared to what's really going on. They're not scared. No. The strategic. Okay? The strategic, beloved. Brandon Hawk, how do you find, what was that? Oh, the grape, you got to grow that. Go. You can still get heirloom. If you're talking about the grape trees, because they're trees, you can still order those and get them. Well, you can, okay? Because they're really doing their best to get rid of all that. And what are you doing up there? You are a mountain climber. Get your butt off of there. Midwest is going up in flame. I know, it's man-made. Well, it's, you know what I'm saying. Brothers and sisters, y'all are not man and woman. You're gods. Do I need to go ahead and put a video up with not just Charles Manson, but some of the white supremacists that say, black folks saying, man, those are fucking, were known as gods. We don't need them to be gods again. Do I need to put those videos together? Listen here. Stop enumerating yourselves and this minds that think alike with this purpose and agenda and start being that which you're supposed to be. That's right. And because I know some of my light-skinned folk gonna be like, but this, no, some of you ain't what you think you are. Stop with the crayon color, the effigies, because they like to hang and burn those. Be mindful. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Scared ain't a bad word at all. Sometimes it's a function of mind, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Columbia. Appreciate that. Just like Masons, they don't care who you believe in, just as long as you believe. Exactly. Stop believing. Because belief is the lack of knowledge and the lack of knowing and knowledge, or knowledge and knowing. Like it's just like conspiratorial is to conspiracy that trifles theories, and theories are comprised of conspiracies. You know what I mean? Can we get trade deals on herbs from overseas? It might be possible, but you know, you have to, when you start looking at wholesale compared to retail, you really got to get into that. That's the market. You really need to have a big establishment. We're talking about, you see some of the greenhouses where they're like 5 or 6 and they look like goddamn hangars for, B-1 bombers. You've really got to have, and if you start small, you really have to have a conglomerate. That's why, like Ganja said, one of the greatest things, we need to get people out here, get the fiat together, and get by. We got land out here, motherfuckers. Land. We're about the 33rd parallel, 68, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Weather pretty damn good. No, y'all like being where you at. Y'all don't like taking the money and putting it together. Some will say, well, shit, I got $500,000. That's the greedy motherfucker. Like, that's going to deal with you when you go in the fucking dirt. Because they're going to put your ass 6 feet under, burn your ass up. They're going to put a little crossroad on there so they keep you fucking stuck here between the so-called membrane and the wall, whatever the fuck, in a fucking dimension where they can see you. Nobody else can, because pineal and everything else is not elevated. They haven't been taught to mitigate certain factors. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? We got to get with China. Absolutely. 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 China will definitely work with you. But you got to know how to maneuver this stuff. And the ethics and the ideology of trade and commerce. That's a whole nother dynamic. Like y'all know, I'm not into that. So, but there are those who are. Original Lone Wolf is excellent. Even Tola Cherokee, she's really been studying a lot as far as the fact that you really ain't supposed to be spending at the damn post office. There's a lot of things, but people don't know this. Like when the motherfuckers talking about you're squatting on somebody's land, and you got to be a moral to say, fuck out of here. How the fuck is your land based off of thievery and stuff? Take it up with the courts, the very freaking lying ass courts designed to try and keep my people down. You can suck a dick. I'm gonna stay my ass right here, and if you want a so-called fake ass kill, I'll see you in the after. See, y'all don't really know how to mitigate and move a certain way. Y'all like the world they gave you. And I'm not here to change shit. I'm just pointing out things that y'all just choose not to fucking study that bullshit. And then research a little further back to see how it came to be. These motherfuckers don't owe nothing. Everything they do is to create a weapon against you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, I already did some videos on that. Jacob's ladder, that means and the original sons of Shem, or Yakub, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I ain't talking about that guy with the big head, goofy shit, right? It's your vertebrae. Heaven and Christ factor, chrism. If you study medicine, that's what the fluid is around between your brain and your what you call it, right? The lower, the five, well, together is lower part, like your soul, the hills is the sin, which is 738, right? People don't know these things. So when you start learn other information, hold off, because I'm aware of a lot of things, because that could be misleading. I have videos up that talk about that. I'm not saying it's right. It's about researching, but some of that stuff is very incorrect. You just stated that, beloved, but it's good. It's good to state it. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Eno 3430, no, let it go. No, that is not real. Somebody probably was drinking too much coffee and wanted to create their own shit to be sensationalized. This is not about sensationalism. It's not about all that crap. Let's focus right now. What's going on with your government and the fact that all the other things are scriptural. Agendas are real, and none of you have an agenda if you want to follow their script. That's why I say it's good to have minds that don't think alike, because people will conspire based on ideology of shitism and lack of true knowledge and knowing things, and therefore will believe soundly and structurally, belief, the lack of knowing, right, or knowledge, and they will regurgitate rhetoric because it feels good, and it's not about a feeling or emotion. It's either you know or you don't know, and I don't know nothing, yet I will talk about the things compositely that I know. I asked you all to research, and nobody said, what are the 12 drinks in Scotland? I don't even know if they do it no more, and I think it was for certain individuals that you have to drink, and then if you make it, for those of us, the few that have been there, the shit that happens afterward is fucking amazing. Still nobody has said anything. This is where we get into real knowledge. This is where we get into the knowledge of others and self. You see what I'm saying? Okay, Sharon. No, well, no, honey. Let's not get into the feminism trip of stupidity. That's bullshit. Die. Creator is both. There is no 50-50. There's no this bullshit and that. It's the both of us. It's just one way, and that's it. There's none of that shit. Get rid of that. All right, baby? Please. I said that to you before. No. Not at all. Remember, the placenta comes from the fucking man. That's no. It's like the tree. Can it grow without the earth? Why is it that nobody's laid up upon? Reason why, and the falling off, our people used to put our people before they even passed away, when they would say they had did a good job no matter what happened. And at 115 or whatever the fuck years old, they used to put them on a pyre about 10 to 15. They would climb up themselves and lay on it. Now they had to whitewash that shit, right? And they would lay on it. And in the mist, not no fake ass stars and the fake ass goofy satellite and all that. They would allow themselves to do what is required. And with that knowledge being lost to our people, they said the Operation Fishbowl, this, that, paper, they want to destroy it to find out where the fuck. That's how stupid they are. When they self-defeatism, when they started fucking with other things, they were like, okay, well, we're all locked in, so we're gonna have a good time and do what the fuck we want. We're gonna fuck with shit. We know that magic is real, la la la. All right, no. There's no division. Don't partake in that shit. The so-called male and female, you're gods. Fuck all that male and female shit. You're one. All right? That's why they had to further pervert it. With all this homosexual and lesbian and gender gentrification, all this other dumb shit. I've already been over that. There's no way. I'm talking about the goddamn government. Those play a part to get everybody to be fucking dumber and weaker. Okay? Take notes. Hit the like, please. I appreciate it. It seems like we always get the same numbers. I don't know if it's a Zionist thing or whatever. I don't know what it is. Finally, I got over a couple thousand views and over 50 something likes, which is bullshit. Well, I'm looking at motherfuckers who ain't doing nothing on here. Probably paid for the little millions like they stated some years ago. Because people really want to hear things that may make sense. You know what I'm saying? So I know there's a gamut. And I'm not emotionally or feelings about it. I like to point it out to people because it's reality. And some people think that they can get whatever they want from me, and I'm going to give it. No, it's not how it happens. I don't know nothing. I don't know shit. I'm just going to talk about the things I have a little knowledge in. These stink beetles are beautiful. It's funny when you walk by them, they stick their ass up. I'm like, no, man, you got a big old belly there. I don't want you squirting it. It ain't like that one bug, I forget what it's called, but that son bitch pop out 100 and something degree scalding liquid and shit on like a goddamn gun. I used to see him in Florida. Did somebody shoot a gun? No, nigga, you stepped on that damn beetle. It's still half alive and it's popping off that shit out of his ass. You think it's possible to reverse pain? No, you have choices. It's not a how. You just stop. It's about pleasure. You find and magnify that in yourself. You take it to yourself, because the whole thing about gay and lesbianism, and I protect them. I still would. My son came and said, I'm gay, Dad. I'm like, well, that's your fucking choice. I wouldn't disown him. What the fuck am I hate him for? He's a sentient being. It doesn't matter. There's a system, all right? And everybody's caught up in it. If she's lesbian, well, if you know how your shit can get funky, your PSH level's a motherfucker. Well, hey, look, if y'all keeping it that clean, I'm not going to sit here and qualify that shit, but you got to correct that, because you know it's in depth. It's the fact of, what is it? Everything to do with what? Margaret Sanger. The whole thing of what? Killing off your whole family. And the people are that selfish that you want to run up somebody's ass, or you want to coochie crunch with each other, and you don't want to make babies. When your numbers are going down, it's that's the end. My choice is up. I'm happy here. Fuck everybody else. What's your existence? What's the purpose? Existence has a purpose. To be sentient has a purpose. It is not to raise awareness, because your existence always mattered. I am. Therefore, in order to be as you are established, not what some motherfucker makes based on chemicals or anything else that most people want to push aside as if it's natural, then that's on you. It's a choice. There should never be no rambition, what you call a rambunctious of hate and all that other shit. I'm so discontent with you and all that bullshit. That doesn't fix anything. Most people do not know how to communicate, because it's all stuck in feelings and emotions, which most of the time, 99% of the time, it's a lie. Everybody's not gay, baby. I know what you're saying. The existence of who we are, if y'all could even have it, if y'all could dream, really dream, and see your existence before and what you could become, all that doesn't matter. But yet you have not. Your numbers are dying off, and none of you will ever reach. You'll never reach the plateau of your truth of existence. I guess you could say the Masada could be a real thing. That's what they strive for. As long as they got all your DNA and everything else to manipulate and do what they need, because of the importance of your existence. Right now, you're nothing but walking batteries, by the definition of it. You have great men who are subjugating themselves. I knew men in the army who now do, I saw them on X, man, people sharing to me, yeah, Red, you seen this shit? I'm like, oh man, what the hell? And this nigga, I don't know if it's the food, bodybuilding, steroids, whatever the fuck, is running around on X and I guess Instagram. I don't follow the nigga, I ain't look for him. It's two of them. And they just running up in there, a whole bunch of men and women just getting fucked and everything else. Proud to say they were in the army and shit, fought in the Iraq war and shit like that. That's not natural. It just shouldn't happen. I didn't reach out. Did you get locked up or something? A lot of it started in prison with all those retarded motherfuckers in there. Not everybody's bad in this POW camp. but there's a lot of them. Thank goodness most of them are in there, and they're pretty fucking retarded and stupid. And they come back around and they get with the wives and the family. Those are the ones you see molesting little boys and everything else, fucking with the little girl. It's bad. There's a lot to it. I'm just not part of that curriculum. Like I said, my major is sociology, and you can research and study this stuff yourself, and you could easily figure it out. My thing is to see people get to a certain, beyond a certain plateau, okay? And if you do the littlest things, grounding, shot, little hums and ohms, and allow yourself to reverberate and allow yourself to feel frequency again, that's here. You just got to fight through the bullshit frequency, because bullshit frequency is all around you. But so all the other ones. And you tap into those instead of the bad frequency. When you learn that you're capable and able to control shit, and it takes practice, with meaningful practice, you'll see for yourself, make better choices. So all I can say to that. Yeah, I'm just saying. Recalibrate. Yes, peaceful Dragoon. Yeah, absolutely love it. Absolutely. My old lady there, she ain't wrong when she's saying everybody's gay. But what's the definition of gay? You gotta think about it. Like a faggot, cigarette, right? Happy, joyous. Problem is, nobody's there. Nobody's happy and joyous. Everybody thinks it's about sexual orientation. So I wasn't denying what my old lady said. It's the fact that most people aren't linguists and know what these words mean. These so-called words, the definition of them, the true definition of them. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm sorry, baby. I wasn't knocking you. You know, I had to go somewhere else, because my thing is about y'all ascending the few. All right? I don't give a fuck about the rest. And I'll say, damn, Red, you doing all that? You say, I got to be honest. I don't literally give a fuck about the rest. So if you don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck. And when I said, oh, it's 100%, 1,000, whatever the fuck percent you want to call it, it's meaningful. And yes, that's not of who I am. Now the what? That's what I'm giving you. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here. I gotta wash my ass. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, peace. Yeah, some good brothers. There's good brothers and sisters up here. My baby girl, you know, she gonna say that she working in hospital. She's solid, long time nurse. She know what she's talking about, y'all. I just like to challenge her, because she's more than that. Oh, that's my heart, y'all. Motherfuckers, don't get it twisted. That is my goddamn heart. Yes, sir. Yes, Lord. Anyway, I gotta wash my ass. Hey, I got a Cashapp, and I know a lot of people are, I'm not asking for money. I'll shut the fuck up. It ain't even money. It ain't, well, by the definition it is. It's worthless, and not about a little over 300 years ago, we didn't have that shit. We had free everything. Free fucking everything. All right, these bastards came to control to get you in the state where you're at right now, moving like you do, because our ancestors weren't gay. You go back 150, 175, 60 years ago, we ain't have no gay motherfuckers in our land. No melanated gay motherfucker at all. Like my great-great-uncles and great-grandmammy don't know what the fuck they was talking about. She said, I don't know what this shit is. What the fuck this come from? My great-grandma, she'd come out that damn church hiding. What's wrong with this nigga over here? She's look at my stepfather. Tyrone, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, mama. Big mama. Oh, I can't explain it. There ain't no explaining. You should know better than this shit. Oh, yeah, they ain't play that. And ain't no play. Ain't nobody gonna say a goddamn thing. Mama Tina knock them and slide them on their ass. Told y'all down there on Broad Market. With a bus coming out on the Woolworth. Motherfucker. Don't pick a word come up. You don't get your black. Mama Tina said, what? I ain't black, motherfucker. Talking to me on my mama. She hit that motherfucker so hard, slid his ass up on the front of the truck. Goddamn, you know, big old 1950. I just thought it was natural for women to knock niggas out like that. Because that's all I was around. The women I was around knock a nigga out in a heartbeat. don't know what happened. I know different shit. I was telling Tony about, I was at the veteran homeless shelter. It was a homeless shelter. A lot of veterans in there. I had a couple of I knew from the military. My boy Muhammad and all of them, out of Newark. And I only went there because I was getting ready to go. I was after the military. I was thinking about going back to the French Royal Legion. I didn't want to be around my raggedy ass family, all them lost niggas. I didn't want to be around people. Come and stay with me. My daughter, she was getting ready to get into modeling. Nah, I'm gonna go to the shelter. I know some people there. I went in that motherfucker with I had a bank account. I went in there with $2,000, and by accident I was counting, not thinking. I took my Timberlands, under the bedpost, but I knew people in there. I'm always quiet. And the word was going around. So my boy Muhammad and a couple other guys said, "So Red, I was thinking about robbing you, man. You know these niggas, man. I'm Jack." I said, "Oh, really? Which ones?" So anyway, I took them out to eat. Right? Went and got some motherfucking sushi and steaks and shit. Oh yeah, I could have had a problem. I didn't want to be in Jersey. I wanted to get away from all the fucking stupidity there and all the dumbasses. Oh, you gonna vote for? Fuck away from me. I was still angry about my son's death and my wife cheating and all that shit. So y'all know what Veterans Park is, right? Well, there's a park over there on the other side by the motherfucking library, right? This motherfucker came up. I jabbed. He's like, "Yo, run them pockets." I said, "What?" And he was trying to be a slick. Had two homies with him. I hit that nigga with the left jab, and I did one of those like a peekaboo jump to the side, caught him in his chin. His jaw was hanging. Police came and said, "What?" So what happened? I said, "The motherfuckers was trying to rob me, man. I ain't with that shit." I took the money, I already put it in the bank, so I only had like a couple $100 on me. And he says, "You got the guy's jaw hanging." Boy, choices. Choices. Fucking choices. Everybody's got fucking choices. Huh? And I got thousands of stories. No, Snoop. Snoop. Come up, hey, I know, brother. I know. But, Prince Street, Ave Ave, Montclair, 4th Ward, down south, Carolina, fucking Florida, Louisiana, Mississippi. Goddamn. But when you start fighting, when you have all them goddamn fights, the Bronx, Brooklyn, oh man. It's not even ego no more. It's like, it's self-preservation. Are you really about it? Because self-preservation, you're not going to harm nobody else. You want to stay in an astute position and have those like-minded around you. And they didn't know because I didn't chat with everybody. I wasn't a big talker. I just made the mistake of caught my money before I went and got in the bunk. Had to change my sheets out, They had cold water. I was the only one that took showers in there. Ice cold water. Even the fat ass lady up in the front, that greedy bitch, she's dead. Anyway, right? Been dead for a while, right? Doing dirty people dirty, that's what happens to you. Anyway, everybody's out saying, "Ain't nobody taking a shower, motherfuckers." It was like 5 shower heads, shitters over there and everything. Man, fuck that. I get my towel, my clothes, I have my sweats, I always have my sweats slipping. I go in there, get my nigga, turn the cold water, get in. Them niggas was like, and you would have thought they would have thought about that. Oh, this motherfuckers is not smart. My hair get wet. I had I had my hair locked, so I had a whole big Jimmy Snooker, Samoa looking shit, dried up, throw on my sweat, my sleeping, like Nike sweat PJs, right? And I always take my Timbos and put them under the bunk. And then I got to the point where I stopped doing it because after they heard what happened, them motherfuckers, even the racks beside me, the motherfuckers stayed away. Except for the homies who I knew. And now they knew that I had about 7 or 8 motherfuckers veterans in there who knew me. And them motherfuckers ain't look at me. They didn't say shit to me. I didn't want that. I wanted to be able to, I told jokes, had people laughing. I did stand up before that, 3 years in the military. I wanted to be able to share some stories, and I realized that they weren't the ones. You get what I'm saying? So that was a story for you. All right. Anyway, I'm going to go wash my ass while the sun's up. It's nice and warm. It's going to get only hotter. And I appreciate you guys. I really do. I have a Cashapp if you want to. All I'm going to use it for is screws, nails. I got to get a router. I didn't buy one. I saw the price of it and I was like, fuck, I should have got one when the sale was on. I still got bills. And I don't mind paying them. I know I own the shit, but I'm just saying, all right? It's just, I don't mind playing that little goofy game. Because they're too stupid to make a choice going, leave that one motherfucker alone. They had a choice. Fuck them. They didn't make it. Anyway, I'm going to wash my ass. We got some things to do. You know what I mean? I'm meant to take them steaks out, man, and throw them out, cuz. Yeah, the ones in the freezer there, not in the deeper. Yeah, let's take them out and throw them on the witch call, man. That way I'll whip them up and shit. I forgot to pick up some collard greens yesterday too. But anyway, I appreciate y'all, you know what I mean? What's that? This just won't allow you to take a loss. Oh no. I appreciate you, beloved. You know what I'm saying? You have somebody that can do genealogy, I'll pay them. Actually, there's a couple people in here that come in here cure. I don't know, is it cure me about genealogy? Let me think for a second. Only individual I could think that was doing people's genealogy like legitimately. I think Cure Meal might have done it before, but Tasha Z, like legitimately, Tasha Z, she helped a few people out, like really did. There's some people that try and rob you and shit, you know, don't fuck with them. In Georgia and stuff like that. But Tasha G was legitimately helping people with doing their genealogy. That's all I really know. Is there anybody else that might be? That was not part of my thought compass. I like to be focused. But yeah, Tasha G, absolutely. Find her on Facebook, Instagram. She might have TikTok, I don't know. I know she has YouTube, I think. So check her out. No, that's just it. I always, when I was telling people a long time ago, people denied it, and I said, okay, and I always pointed out to them, like, if you know where the last of your family is, if you're not an orphan, even that don't matter, you know your real name, find out the last place, far back as you know where they buried at. Those churches are the churches that have followed suit. Archives, they keep these records. You find out the name, and then when you get the names, and then you can go to you can even go to archives as far as the census records, and you'll be surprised when you start seeing things that you can't read and you see things marked over, you'll know exactly then. It's not a complicated process. I was fortunate enough to have my great-great-uncles, my great-grandma, my grandma, after my mother tried to, she did some bad things. They rescued me, and I got to listen to them because I was always wanting to be around the old folks. Always, just wanted to listen. I didn't care. I didn't want to be around people like me. I just wanted to be around. It was, I don't know why. And when I was in the military in the Carolinas, that family, I saw cousins and stuff who didn't even know who I was. And I walk up and I say, hey, do you know who so and so is? Yeah. That's why. Yeah, that's. Oh shit, you ain't. Damn, I ain't seen you since like the last couple of family reunions and Salem and shit. I was like, yeah. I said, but I need some information. And I would go and visit the grave sites, and I see how they're tattered. I see all our people that fought in all the wars, and I learned history of, certain parts of the family, the other dynamics of family names. And then I go to the fucking Mormons, and I go to fuck off. And them people are so scared. I would go like 15, 20 guys, help people find out their heritage, and they go and pull up. Yeah, oh yeah, your family. Yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, I know who I am. That's how, I have pictures of some of my ancestors who came from Germany, and they only came to return because of what happened over there, the whitewashing over there by these fake fucking Zionists. 2 of them were melanated, one was light skinned. Kaiser Klein and Schaus. That was why it's important. And I learned a long time ago, you need to go and find this book, the Algonquins that found Europe. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. That's why I told y'all the Civil War, you want to talk about the Revolutionary War, it never stopped. And you got these Pegasus running around talking about 1776. No, motherfucker, we fought that shit for almost 400 years. And it was, we're fighting all these fucking Zionists and Russia, and now who conquered Europe, and motherfuckers who conquered Spain, and all these motherfuckers conquered Portugal, and they came here to America all at one time, and we was fighting all these motherfuckers. Russia, yes. And then after they thought they pretty much won, and most of our ancestors were dead, like Nah, some of our people still left killing motherfuckers left and right. They started partitioning off our land and creating taxes and shit. Our people weren't no citizen, and that's why punk ass Martin Luther King and faggot ass Jesse and Farrakhan, all these motherfuckers played a role in it. Like Farrakhan had to marry him a Native American. Y'all make it make sense. These motherfuckers are bullshit artists, as if it's gonna benefact them and benefact them, and they think they know the end. They don't. Not at all. Not even the fucking Zionists know the end. That's all I got to say. You wanna know what an oracle is? Anyway, I said enough. You know what I'm saying? Boston Tea Party, all that's us. They don't know. They didn't fight no civil war. We was fighting them motherfuckers. Our Tartary had to fall last. They came here, and then once we got tired of fighting and we made peace treaties, they went against them. Then they had to take these Mongols, the motherfuckers they used, the fake immortals, fight us, and they had to give them something. So they said, fuck it, we'll give them the dead land and while we're destroying the buildings. They didn't know about the great cities we built here and nothing. They didn't know about our towns being flooded. And how the fuck they become Seminoles? How the fuck Pale-skins become motherfucking Cherokee? All these other motherfuckers. This is what I'm talking about. People don't know the truth. I got pictures of light-skinned niggas that you would think was white because they did their best to take a fucked up looking picture, yet the history's there. It's all documented of who they are. You know what I mean? Shit. And that's why I can't have no respect with these out of Africa. That fake ass Dutch Creole word that illuminates light-skinned folk. So whenever I see somebody talking about, I'm African, I'm black, I'm like, that's new age, because motherfuckers didn't say that back when I was in the military. Because I know when they came here, my great-grandmammy and them said, no, them people come on over here, the other ones, not us who found Liberia and all them places, and Nigeria and Ghana. Those are our people. They're just stupid. Anyway, like motherfucking Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, that goofy name. Cassius Clay told you, I go in there, no, African go in there considered white. God damn it. The heads. Which is another motherfucking status, because white doesn't mean light skin. I had somebody trying to debunk me on that, one of them Sarnetta monkeys. I tore his ass up. The nigga let me alone. I said, yeah, go on with your little homosexuals, all of them, with their little fucking cut, funny hair, talking about they Pharaoh, this, that, and other, with that made up shit. Who you talking about, man? They didn't want to listen. I'm like, I ain't got shit to say. You know, well, back in New York, I used to volunteer to clean up at Apollo, and because I was in acting classes, and sit there with Miss Stewart, talking about her book, and back then, fake had 2 Jews, robbed it, and she had her book there, and I bought it, and she did. She read that shit, and I think one of them changed their sex. That's how perverted these motherfuckers are, and nobody ever paid attention. After working out, I go and get my little suitcase, 20, 24, whatever, chicken sandwiches from White Castle, and my 2 large fries, you know what I'm saying? Go down to Homie with the oils, that had the fresh lemon juice, you know what I'm saying? Out on what you call it over there, in Brooklyn and shit, you know. I had a hellified life, bro. It's magnificent. Hellified. Anyway, right? That goofy word. Hell, that's a goofy ass word. I can't believe y'all bought into that shit. But anyway, I would go and I go whenever CB was in town in Harlem. I'd run up through there, get me some sea moss and shit. It's good times, you know what I mean? Yeah. African. Yeah. People don't want to believe it because they love the motherfucking ideology of my Uncle John Amos playing fucking what you call them roots. Stupid motherfuckers. And they don't, and then, oh, shut the fuck up. Y'all don't know. They motherfuckers don't know shit. You just love to lie. When you live contextually in the fabricated ideology, you accept it. You accept when the lie becomes the truth. That is what people embrace. They love the lie. Look up the word love. It's the opposite of what you think. You know what I mean? Anyway, go wash my ass. Appreciate y'all. Got to run around a little bit. If you can't put $1 or $2 in the Cashapp for a box of screws. How much that box of screws, the 3 I bought, bro? How much that shit cost? The 3-inch, right? Oh, for the big joint was 40 something, right? Yeah. Now the smaller ones, $9.99, right? Small box screws, wood screws, deck screws. Oh well, fabrication screws because we saw up on the walls, like $9.99. It was 50 of them, I think, in each one. I think I got 150, 200. The other one's the 3-inch, one that 3.5 inch or something like that. Deck ones and all that. So if you want to donate for that, awesome. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna need a lot of them to put up all the walls. I gotta actually pick up like another. I like going to Lowe's because them damn 2x4s are cheap over there. God damn it, they over here been robbing them. Anyway, I need to pick up like. I might pick it up today. Like 6 more 2x4x8s, and I know I need to go get some 2x4x20s, and I got to get some load bearing short stuff. I can actually just double up on the 2x6s we got for windows and the doors, but yeah, I just want to share that. I read Maxine Water, Executive Order referring to the Cherokee Nation. What are people? People don't know as a freeman. Well, yes, that's what freemen are. They were never slaves. They were never nothing. They were freemen because they were wild and allowed to graze and do what they want on the land until Martin Luther King came along with his bum-ass bullshit. And there's some Pale-skins who are called freemen as well because they're not who they think they are. They're actually Negroes. They've been whitewashed. I showed people in the military in Georgia, Carolina, even in Florida, in trailer parks, a whole bunch of Pale-skins, hundreds, not thousands, whites to barbecue and hang out. They're like, man, what you doing with that chick over there? That's a nigga. They look at me like, what are you talking about? Go get your documents. Big old booty, big old breasts. And they come out with their documents, black nigga. What? And my people serve them. They were like, I'm like, y'all don't know this. I'm like, okay, well. I didn't make this up. You know what I mean? Yeah, Maxine Ward is a piece of shit. She made her choice. Love is evil. Exactly, baby. Yeah, baby. She's pathetic. And so is Lori Lightfoot, the whole slew of them. You know what I'm saying? The whole slew of them. The only thing that ain't scripted is us, and we don't have to keep acting. You know what I mean? All right? Anyway, they don't lie to them fucktards like Palestine happened to us. No, it didn't. They came over here and did some dumb shit, and we shocked the fucking world, and we stopped their asses. That's why they need you dumb. They need goofy niggas acting like Karens and Kens and all that shit. Where else to do it under the most spell-casted places? New York and Cali. Hollywood. Bohemian Grove. You think what they were doing out there, the vacation and all that, Moloch, was because, no, they was doing it for the land. Make you motherfuckers dumb. But it took one sister over there, one sister in Cali. Carolina is what the fuck it's called. She got her land back. She was homeless in a shelter. All the documents. She fucked them little retarded motherfuckers up. She got her land. Y'all know nothing about it, do you? After they destroyed another part of our Grand Tartary build because of the floodwaters that showed it, and they went in there and they had the great Army Corps engineers destroy it. Those dumb retarded fucks. You know what I'm saying? It was one of his way to be a politician. He tried to change narrative. That's what they offered. Yeah, I think that nigga's still alive. But yeah, he was all acting with his old sitting in the tub. Johnny and Gold, and they did one with blood and one with milk. That should speak volumes. But yeah, fuck him too. But I appreciate y'all. I done busted an hour and 40 minutes, cuz. I could talk forever, but anyway, I wanted to know about your goddamn government. Everything that we're talking about is a role in it because the government is perverse motherfuckers allowed it to be. When you look back at Lyndon B. Punk-ass Johnson and any motherfucker back before that. How about the fact that all the first ladies had to have some Negro blood in them? That's all the fuck I'm going to pick out here because in order to be in that office, this fake-ass president, you had to have indigenous bloodline. And we're not talking about Mongol or Mongolian. They don't even know that shit. They're like, where you learn that from? Anyway, I appreciate y'all. Now, watch my ass, man. Fuck all this shit.